I'm very excited that today the Royal Society of London is going to publish our work that we've done in a forest in the Dolomites. We created a system which enabled us to monitor, by wiring individual trees, we were able to monitor the activity both of the individual trees and the trees as a collective and as a network. And what we found was quite incredible and in a way unexpected. We had an eclipse event passing through the site while we were recording and monitoring the trees, and we observed something that we see in animals, but never seen before in plants, a synchronization behavior. So all the trees that we were monitoring ended up having the same behavior and the same bioelectrical signature coming out during the eclipse event. The interesting thing about this is that the older trees, when we looked at the data more closely, the older trees were the ones that started the signal first, or the changing in behavior, 14 hours before the eclipse even arrived. And they were the ones that sent the message to all the others, especially the younger one, that potentially never experienced an event of this kind, and allowed everyone to synchronize as one. So we went from individual trees to see the activity of the forest as one entity. And then everyone came back and did whatever they wanted after the eclipse was done. The other important thing was that this signal was coming from the older trees to the younger ones, which, without being warned of an event like an eclipse, might have been suffering from hydraulic dysfunction, which means that they could have potentially dehydrated and died of thirst. So this is a very remarkable example of the Wood Wide Web in action. And we think that it's going to inspire new science in this direction, but also has very deep ramification on how we deal with conservation, and also it reinforces the idea that the older trees cannot simply replace by replanting, but they need to be protected because they hold ancestral memories that allow for resilience and adaptation in a state of climatic change.